Hello, family. What's up, history buffs and trendsetters? Today we were delving into the life of a woman who, let's be real, probably had more followers than any of us will ever have, Cleopatra. But here's the burning question: was she just an icon, a figure revered from afar, or was she the ultimate influencer, shaping the world around her with clever strategy and killer branding? Cleopatra Philippator, a name that has been repeated through the ages, born into a dynasty of pharaohs. She was more than just a queen. She was a force. Forget the stoic, aloof ruler. Cleopatra was smart, ambitious, and dare we say a genius at crafting her own narrative. Let's go beyond the gilded images and Hollywood glamour. Today we were dissecting her strategies, her relationships, and everything she built to determine icon or influencer. Okay, let's break it down. First, the icon argument. Think about the images, the coal-lined eyes, the elaborate headdresses, the majestic barges sailing down the Nile. They were iconic. They were instantly recognizable. She's been painted, sculpted, and depicted for millennia. Her power was undeniable, and her presence was legendary. She literally embodied the idea of an Egyptian goddess reborn. And that's the narrative that's been passed down. But, and here's the crucial but, was all this just inherited glory? Or did Cleopatra really curate this image like a master brand manager? Because here's the thing. Icons are often seen as distant, untouchable figures. Cleopatra was anything but untouchable. Let's talk about influence today. An influencer builds a community, connects with their audience, and promotes their brand. Think of Cleopatra as the gay influencer, the pharaoh influencer, if you will. She didn't rule Egypt by accident. She cultivated her image strategically, understanding that perception was everything. She was fluent in several languages, skilled in diplomacy and politics, and had an understanding of economics that would put most business school graduates to shame. She spoke to ambassadors, held court with dignitaries, negotiated treaties, and charmed the most powerful men of her time. It wasn't just about being pretty. It was about being powerful, and that power came from strategy. She built connections. That's what influencers do. Let's delve deeper into Cleopatra's strategies. First, relationship marketing. Julius Caesar. He was the world power of the day. A strategic alliance with Caesar secured her position on the throne and boosted her reputation. Then there was Mark Antony, another power player she strategically aligned herself with. It wasn't just about romance, although that made for great PR. It was about alliances that cemented her power and kept Egypt independent. These were relationships born of understanding and influence, not just fate. She also knew the importance of content. Remember the grand spectacle of her arrival in Tarsus to meet Antony? She arrived on a golden barge, dressed as Aphrodite, the goddess of love. It wasn't just a party. It was a performance, carefully designed to capture the imagination and convey her image of divine majesty. It was legendary content that was talked about for years to come. Okay, so let's talk about content creation. Cleopatra understood the power of image just like a modern influencer. She controlled the narrative. She was strategic in how her image was portrayed in art, currency, and writing. She made sure she was associated with the gods, solidifying her rule. Her image became her most powerful weapon. It's similar to how influencers curate their social media, using specific aesthetics and images to establish their brand. Think about it. She was creating a personal brand thousands of years before the internet, and that takes a lot of skill. And let's not forget her business acumen. Cleopatra understood the value of trade and used her position to ensure her country's prosperity. She controlled the lucrative trade routes along the Nile and negotiated favorable deals with other nations. She knew that economic power equaled political power, and she used that to her advantage. No passive princess here, just strategic brilliance. Now let's be real. Her story isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Like any influencer, she had her detractors. Her methods were considered ruthless and manipulative by some. But let's be honest, you don't become a powerful ruler in that era. Or let's be real, in any era, by being cool 100% of the time. She was navigating a world of power plays, political intrigue, and very real dangers. Her strategies weren't always popular, but they were effective. So, let's recap. Was Cleopatra an icon revered from afar? Absolutely, but was she also an influencer? Absolutely. She understood the power of creating a narrative, cultivating relationships, and controlling her brand. She used these strategies to achieve her ambitions, ensuring Egypt's survival in a volatile world. Her story isn't just about beauty. It's about strategy, intelligence, and unwavering ambition. Cleopatra wasn't just a queen. She was a strategist, a businesswoman, and a master storyteller, influencing events on a grand scale. She is the ancient equivalent of a modern influencer, building her own brand and leveraging her resources to achieve her goals. Her life is a masterclass in how to use image, relationships, and strategy to build and maintain power. Ultimately, whether you see her as an icon or an influencer, one thing is undeniable: Cleopatra left an indelible mark on history, and her story continues to fascinate us today.